Good old Resident Evil 1. Man, I can somehow still vividly remember the day I actually got this fucking game. Because I believe it was a few weeks. Like, I actually got the game a few weeks after it actually came out. And I remember it being like a late birthday present from my dad. The funny thing is, the day that I got it, I was at school jacking off in the bathroom. But the fucking janitor and some other assholes were watching me the whole time. It wasn't until I nutted and opened my eyes I realized, oh shit, these fucking assholes are watching me. So first thing to come in my head is, I should just kill myself. But no, I decided to wait to go home and then try to kill myself. But that didn't happen. Instead, what happened is I went home, saw my dad, who I haven't seen in like 6 fucking years. Like, oh shit, like, hey dad, what you doing over here? I haven't seen you since like my last birthday. You said you can get some beer and you just never came home. So I kind of just thought you were just stuck at work for the longest time. It turns out he wasn't even listening to me. He was just ignoring me. But when I tried walking in the room, he's like, hey, fucking dumbass. And he threw this case at me. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I picked it up, and it was Resident Evil 1. And I remember him telling me, like, hey, this is going to be the last gift I ever give you, because the next time I see you, your loser ass will probably be old enough to buy your own shit. So there you go. Happy belated birthday, bitch. Got some homeless guy from fucking Bud Jones. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks, Dad. So, I went to my room, never really saw him again. But, I was happy for the gift. And, that I saw him for, like, a few minutes. So I went to my room, was about to pop in the disc, but then I realized, I'm pretty fucking horny after spotting a dirty magazine on my bed. Like, you know what? If I'm going to enjoy this game, I need some post-nut clarity. So, just wrote another one out. And then immediately remembered, hey, I still need to kill myself after what happened at school. But like, you know what? Hold on. My dad gave me a gift. Let me not waste it. Let me play this game first and then kill myself. So what I'm going to be doing is recalling the story events of Resident Evil 1. Normally you could just go to the internet and probably get more accurate information. But an old man's memory still works correctly, doesn't it? Alright, so pop in the game, and this is pretty much where it starts. We get hit with a black and white scene. Some guys narrating some shit about some mountains, something about raccoons fucking in the desert or some shit like that. Then we see like fucking Joseph Stalin walking up to like a dead body and fucking looking at it like, oh shit, like, hey, over here, guys. And then we get introduced to our characters. We got Jill Valentia, Chris, God, basically. That's basically what he is. Let's see, we got Barry Baton, Albert Whiskey, and who else was there? I think that was pretty much it. Just Joseph Stalin picking up the gun and just like, oh shit, that's an arm. Holy crap. And like he fucking drops in his shit, and like some little puppies come at him, bite his dick off or some shit like that. So the rest of the Stars team, or whatever the fuck they were called, they start running towards some house or a mansion. Then they hop inside. It's like some more narration happens, and then if I'm not mistaken, from what I recall, you actually pick either God or Jill Valencia. So in this case, I'm going to be going off the point of view, like the pornos. I mean, the point of view of Jill Valencia. Since pretty much almost everyone picked her. Because titties, yes. Alright, so you start off, they're having a little cutscene. They're like, wow, this mansion is huge. Holy shit. And then, like, I think it's like Jill and Barry Baton. They're like, hey, we should go investigate this little area over here. So, you take control. You walk through some doors. And from what I recall, like, you actually couldn't even skip the animation. So you're kind of just there like, man, the amount of time it takes for this door to open, I could be jacking off right now. But, I'm having some patience because, I'm going to kill myself the next day. Fuck it, it's fine. So, you go forward. Another little cutscene happens with Barry Baton. It's like, hey, Jill, go over there and do some shit with your titties. And you walk through some door. You take a left, I think. And then, like, another cutscene plays. See this fucking brutal-looking zombie. He's eating some guy named Ken the doll or some shit like that. His fucking head falls. And, like, oh, shit. Then Jill starts backing off and shit. Like, oh, fuck, what do I do? And I think you could like fight the fucking zombie or whatever, like with like a knife or a fucking gun. I can't really recall too well, but I'm pretty sure that's what fucking happens. So instead, what you can do is you can be a little bitch and just fucking run away, like I did. And then another cutscene happens. You run into Barry Baton, and like she's like, "Oh shit, Barry, there's a rapist over there. Like I'll take care of this." And he just starts unloading his fucking magnum into the fucking zombie. And like, and the fucking zombie just busts some nuts and falls. They're like, whoa, shit, we should go report this to Whiskey while having some whiskey. So, you run, you go back to the fucking main hall, whatever the fuck it's called in the mansion. Then you gotta go look around. Turns out whiskey's not there, so no one's gonna have a good time. So Barry Baton's like, hey, this place is fucking huge, like your butt. So we should separate and like explore and shit. And Joe Valentino, like dumbass, like, yeah, I guess you're right, because in every horror movie that totally goes well. So I think eventually you start taking control. You're doing your own thing. You're exploring the mansion. You gotta find some fucking keys, like the fucking Hemlock key, the fucking cat's armor key. And if I'm not mistaken, you even have like a lockpick, because Jill's like the master of like breaking into people's houses and shit. Although she'd probably be the master of breaking into my pants. Nut. So, everything happens. So, normally with our call, there's like different ways it can go. But instead, I'll just break it down from what I think happened in my first playthrough. So, what ends up happening, I ended up going towards, I want to say, the double doors are on the right side of the mansion. Then there's like some fucking blue statue bitch like holding up a piece of paper. It turns out to be a map. But, after a while, you kind of use the map once and like never use it again. So, you eventually go to some door. Fucking, what are it called? There was, some popular scene happens. Like, people are like, oh yeah, that shit was scary. But for me, it was like, I kind of wasn't paying attention because I was still looking at dirty porn. But I didn't realize a dog had fucking busted through the window. Like, oh shit, look at that little fucking thing. So it started tackling me to the ground. I eventually got the upper hand. I think I was like in the caution zone. Like, oh shit, fuck, I might die. Let me just continue down this hallway. And then another dog comes out like, holy shit, what the fuck? So I shot the shit out of that thing. Went to the door. I'm like face first, like fucking Jill's boobs from the camera. But then you walk forward and it disappears. Like, oh, okay. But then you can just go back and keep looking at them because, yes, nut. So, go along. I think you walk into a bathroom, drain the clog, get a key, walk out, go into some room, go behind some double doors, figure out some puzzle. And this puzzle, I kind of remember having a hard time with it. Just because, I'm fucking retarded. But I didn't realize that those paintings were just basically listing, like, the amount of, I guess, from the cradle to the grave, basically. So, like, one of them was, like, what was it? Like a newborn baby or some shit like that, or newly aborted fetus. Then the next one was lately aborted fetus, which, oh, hell yeah, good job, guys. And next one was autistic child. One was a loser adult, which is probably me in the future, sadly. And the next one was a horny middle-aged man, also me, nut. And then the last one was something about an old man dying from having a heart attack. And just because I guess he got too excited from seeing the nurse's titties. It was just a little bit of areola slip, but, he still died. So, you confirm the puzzle. You get some kind of fucking little plaque or whatever the fuck it is. Turns out you need it for some other puzzle. It's just taking up inventory, so, you get the hell out of there. Then, you go exploring, you go outside, see like another fucking dog, blast his ass away. You go in there, you find like some kind of other little thing with like 4 holes you could put the plaques in. So you just put whatever that fucking puzzle piece you found in there, and bam, you got 1 in there. Now you need 3 more. So I was like, shit, well, cool. Now I gotta go find these other pieces. So then I go back, go into I think a blue or gray door. Then there's like a fucking zombie coming at you, just fucking shit up. And then you go into some room, you found some fertilizer or some shit like that. And turns out you need that later on. But for me, I'm like, oh wow, cool, you can smoke weed in this game. No, it wasn't like that. And I'm not edgy enough to smoke. I'm just stupid. And you also find like a note, I think from Wesker, I think. Or unless it happens later on, I'm not too sure. But just letting you know, like, hey dumbass, like, hey Joe Valencia, there's some ammo. There's some ammo and shit in the cartridge and some first aid sprays, make use of them. Like, oh okay, cool, thanks whiskey. So then you go back, go upstairs, kill some more zombies. I think there's even a room, but I think I needed a key at the point, but I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'll eventually find the key. So I remember just like going through that little area, going through some hallway, go back to the main hall. Went to the left side of the second floor of the mansion. There's like 2 zombies. You kill them, but then there's like a statue you can push. So you just push the statue, break it. And you go back downstairs. You find some blue balls. Like, oh, cool. Or a blue ball. Like, oh, cool. Like, half someone's blue balls are here. I might need them later on. Because, Jill's really good at handling balls. But, yeah, so you go back upstairs. Go into some weird-ass looking hallway again with, like, 2 or 3 zombies. Take them all real easily. Go downstairs. Like, oh, look, more zombies. Oh, no, I'm running out of ammo. And my health is, like, at red or some shit like that. I think she's on her period. But, somehow survive. Find the will to live. Go into some save room, get some more shit, and fucking Then I went into another room, killed some more zombies, and then I ran into some vines and shit. Like, oh man, so we were thinking like, dude, those things are gonna be like tentacle porn. They're gonna wrap her on Jill and for like fuck her in the ass and shit. But no, she just takes damage. Like ah, and they just start like slapping her around and shit. But it turns out you needed that fucking bag of weed you found earlier from the other room, and you put in the machine, and it turns the water into like fucking period blood. And I guess the plant doesn't like period blood, so like just dies and shit. And then you run across it, get some herbs, get a key. You go back, and then it turns out you can actually use that key to like open some doors. So you do that, and it's like a puzzle with like a tiger, like it's the eye of the tiger, and fucking shit. You put one of the blue balls on the tiger's eyes, like man, that's some sick ass bestiality porn. But it gives you like another piece of the puzzle, like hey, I remember this thing I need to put in that little Plague's butthole that I saw earlier when I killed that dog. So, you saved the piece, and I think I put it in the chest because I was running out of space and shit. Then I ran back in some hallway where I originally saw Ken the dog get killed. I ran further down, then there's like a piano you can play, and just for some reason Joe's like, oh, well, I can play this song. So she just started playing like the Butt Cheek Sonata and shit like that after you find some musical score. But then you get locked in this room where you pick up some plaque, like, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll just put the plaque back in. But then I remembered, hey, there's a wooden slate in the hall where me and Barry Baton were at. So I went back and got that little plate or whatever. Like, oh, cool. I'm gonna need this brown paper plate and put it back in over here, and sure enough it worked. So you take it back, then you put the right plate back in the fucking wherever the plaque was, and fucking for some reason like the clock starts going off. Like, oh man, that clock's a piece of shit. It's been stuck on the hand for the longest time, and now it wants to fucking ring. Whatever. So then you go near the clock. Turns out there's like a key behind it. So you take the key, and I remember there was another key that I already found. I think from the plant. So I remember going back upstairs to the second floor, going back to the room where I skipped a bunch of other rooms. And there was like some I guess like a Nazi gas chamber because some gas started coming out. I think I almost died, but because Chris Redfield was always watching me over me. I mean God. So I was able to persevere no problem. Not really. My dumb ass probably died like 30 times when I first played Resident Evil 1. But that's besides the point. So you eventually figure out the puzzle, and then you get like another piece of the puzzle. Go back to that little place, put in the plaque. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm kind of done with almost everything. I'm like, okay, well, cool. And I got to go to this room with this one key that I found. And you end up running into Richard Pryor. Like, oh, shit, who the fuck is this guy? And, one of my favorite things about Resident Evil 1 was that fucking voice acting. That legendary voice acting. Like, man, you just see, like, Richard with his amazing fucking voice. And, he's just there, like, Jill, the snake fucked me so hard. And then you're like, oh shit, Richard Pryor, what the fuck's going on, man? It's like, Jill Valente, she's like, oh, well, I still need his cock. So, let me try and run and go get some medicine for him. So, she runs away, goes back to some room. It was a save room. It turns out it had like some kind of like fucking syrup that you can inject into Richard or whatever. You run back to him, you give him the syrup. And, it's just, he delivers that like amazing fucking line, like, there are terrible demons, ouch. And then, like, he squirts like fucking cum, blood, and piss out his chest, and then he fucking dies. But I think like Jill like reaches into his pants for his cock, but instead she pulls out like his fucking little cheap ass Radio Shack radio. So she's like, oh well, I could probably make use of this. I guess I can't have his balls after all. So you run away, go into some room, and you run into your first boss fight with Yarn the Snake. It's like, oh shit, oh fuck, this is a big ass fucking snake. You get hit a couple of times, and turns out, damn, this motherfucker's poisoning me. Fuck. But yeah, you eventually kick his ass, and it turns out there was what was it? There was what the fuck was there? Oh yeah, another piece of the puzzle. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, I guess my memory is fading. Old age, no nut. But yeah, you walk away, and I think like a little cutscene happens, and you fucking just, I don't know, Jill just squirts in her fucking pants, just passes out from an orgasm. But one thing I should list. Damn, I guess I am getting old. There is a part where you can actually get a shotgun, actually. And I remember I kind of fucked up. I thought, oh, maybe I need something else to put on here. But it turns out Barry Baton is like, oh, well, I still wanted to clap them cheeks. Let me go let Jill know that I want to clap them cheeks. But it turns out he ends up saving her. He's like, oh, shit, well, if I fuck her right now, I might traumatize her after, having a near-death experience. Calling her like a Jill sandwich, which, we all want to give her the sandwich. No. But yeah, I forgot to mention that part, so I might as well just throw it in there. Yeah, it's obvious I'm not scripting these things, I'm just speaking out of my ass, but what can you do when you're old as fuck? Anyways, back to the topic at point. I know someone like I don't know if it was God, which probably was, or Barry Baton is like saving you. You wake up, you're given the syrup to like cure your fucking poison or whatever. So you leave the area, you go back to the area with the 4 buttholes. You put the fucking last piece of the puzzle in. Door opens. There's like a little room. You get like a crank. Then you go outside. There's like some blue herbs. Like, oh wow, I didn't see these colors before. I wonder what they'll do for me. Then you just get attacked by like dogs and start shooting the shit out of them. Cool. You know, turn the crank. You know, fucking puddle of piss just drains. Then you can walk. Then these guys start getting attacked by fucking little snakes. Like, oh shit, these aren't the snakes' babies. Run away. But you gotta be careful because these things can bite you and get poisoned too. Which happened to me all the fucking time. But, you know, that's besides the point. And you take some kind of little elevator down. Then you start running. There's more fucking dogs. I'm like, you know, fuck these little shits. I'm gonna keep running. Run again. Run to some red gate. Like, oh, look, more herbs. Oh, shit, more dogs. Fuck. So, you know, you fucking ignore the dogs. Like, yeah, fuck, I'm not gonna deal with these shits. I'm gonna keep running. And then you get to some new little house area. And, I remember I walked into a room, and it turns out just a save room. Like, I found, like, some grenade rounds and shit like that. Like, oh, shit, hell yeah. Then I ran back, went into a room. There's like some spiders in there. It looked like a little casino. Like, oh shit. Like, man, it's a good thing I'm not afraid of spiders, because fuck. But, you know, you deal with that shit. You know, you run away. Then you try to cross some little, like, walkway, but then, like, some fucking giant-ass penis comes out of the ground and starts choking Jill Valencia. Like, oh shit, you know, I can't get past with this motherfucker. So you eventually go back. Turns out there's like a statue you can use to block the penis from coming out. Like, get cock blocked, bitch. So you put that thing in the fucking way, and then you start running. And then I'm kind of just gonna breeze through it because, to be honest, I kind of don't remember. But I remember it's kind of like a long little puzzle, but it involves going down to some facility that's like covered with water and shit. And you've got Neptuna just like fucking swimming around with like these little retarded babies and shit. They're like sharks or whatever. And then you figure out some kind of puzzle, like some kind of like something to deal with some fucking Vegetable 42 or some shit like that. I forgot the fucking name of it. But yeah, you like poison the root. Like, I guess it's supposed to like kill the boss. But then you go back up, and then the boss still alive starts fucking your shit up. And this thing also has tentacles, so I'm here getting excited again. Like, hey, more tentacle porn. Let's fucking go. That didn't fucking happen. Barry Baton comes in with a flamethrower and just fucking kills it. Like, wow, thanks, Barry. I was hoping to look at some fucking shitty fucking PS1 graphics fucking tentacle porn, and that just got taken away from me. Fucking prick. But, you know, she gets up, she pulls up her pants, covers her butt cheeks, finds another key, gotta go back to the mansion. And when you get there, you get like a little cutscene, these fucking big ass green monkeys and shit. Like, oh shit, monkey. But then it turns out these monkeys will fuck your shit up because if you're not careful, like, they just like swipe your balls off. Like, oh shit, well, there goes my Joe Valencia. And, you know, she was fucking dead and shit. But, you know, so I restarted, went back, fought the damn thing, fucked his ass up with a shotgun. Opened up some new door, got some medallion. And, you're just going back to the mansion and you're fucking running into those monkeys and shit. Like, oh, fucking son of a bitch. You motherfuckers. So, you know, Shoddy was the best thing. But, so you start going through that. And from what I recall, because I never explored this area, but when I went outside, I found some forgot her lesbian ass name, something Forrest. But she was all dead and shit. Like, hey, look, a grenade launcher. So I think I picked that shit up. Like, oh, hell, I got a grenade launcher. This would have come in handy when killing fucking Yarn the Snake. But, whatever, you know, better late than never. So I got the grenade launcher. Went to the match a little bit, found some new puzzle pieces. And then it turns out there's a rematch with Yarn the Snake. It's like, hey, it turns out you're helping that motherfucker, Richard Pryor, that I fucked in the ass. Well, now it's time for me to fuck you in the ass. And so, like, Joe Valencia's there, like, oh shit, you know, I gotta fight this fucking horny ass snake. You know, I just killed his side piece of ass. Now he wants me. And, like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna strike this bitch right now. And, like, you know, fucking headbust the fuck out of the floor and causes a hole. Like, you stupid fuck, you're gonna make us both fall. But then the battle started to kick his ass. And, like, I guess the nut was so big, he ended up killing himself. Like, you know, it's just that much of a huge nut, you know. He nutted, had the ultimate post-nut clarity, and just died because of it. Like, fuck, man. Like, that's the way I want to die. Huge nut. So, turns out you can go down that hole that fucking Yarn the Snake left behind. And, so a little scene happens. Barry's like, hey, you know, hold on, stupid. I'll go get a rope. But, you know, no one's gonna fucking wait for the rope. So, you know, we just go towards some little grave. Like, oh, look at this. Turns out there's a button. You can go down it and shit. Like, oh, wow, what the hell? There's like a little facility. You fight some zombies, get some more pieces. There was like some little items. I think they were like fucking like some people's like mixtapes and shit, like in a nice looking case. Like, oh well, I guess I'll take these with me. That might come in handy if I need a distraction. You know, oh look, a CD player. Maybe the zombies will attack the CD player instead of me. So you take them with you. Something called the Mo disc. You know, shitty ass rapper. Fuck that guy. So you're going through this little building. You even find like a battery, some more grenade rounds, and it turns out that battery's for like an elevator you couldn't use before. Like, oh shit. And it involved going back to the house where like the fucking Vegetable 42 was at and shit. So you go through that. I think you find some more mold discs too. Kill some more fucking monkeys. You go back down and it turns out there was like some kind of waterfall that was like blocking a path. Like, oh shit, hell yeah. So you know, you go on the path, go down. There's more fucking monkeys all over the goddamn place. Also, there's like giant testicles that are like, they just want Jill's ass. Like, her ass and tits were just so nice. These fucking boulders became sentient. Like, dude, I'm gonna hit that shit. So like, they just start like rolling by themselves, chasing that ass. And as Jill Valente, you gotta get the fuck out of there. And then like another scene happens, and fucking I forgot the dude's name, but he's getting his shit fucked up by whiskey or some shit like that. And he's like, whoa, Jill Valencia, stop right there. But then he's like, oh shit, hold on, she's a friend, fuck, damn. And she's like, whoa, you know, who did this to you? Like, there's a traitor among us. And he gets like fucking blasted, like, oh shit. And you hear like some dude running away. So you run back, you know, dodge some more testicles that are after your ass. And you fight a boss fight of a giant fucking spider. Like, oh shit, look at this big hairy motherfucker. So you fuck his ass up, you know, flame rounds, fucking get the fuck out of here, bitch, trash. And you start finding these fucking medallions. I think one of them was of the silver fox and like the fucking golden vulture, I think. Yeah, those are definitely it. So eventually you make your way up. You find out that you can put those fucking little plaques inside some other little area. And the thing opens, plays like a little badass looking scene back in the day. Then you go down and now you're in some like laboratory area. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? And I remember getting kind of pissed off because, like, you got some butt-naked ass zombies running around, but every time you kill them, they keep coming back. Like, motherfucker, are you fucking kidding me? You fucking piece of shit. Well, anyways, that's besides the point. So you go around, you keep finding some more Mo disc, you know, shitty-ass fucking rapper, but he really wants to listen to his fucking music, so you eventually find the CD player for this shit. And I remember, like, coming across the room, and it turns out God was in there. Like, hey, you know, this is probably why I've been doing so well. God, you've been in this room watching over me the whole time. And he's there telling Jill. But in reality, I know he's talking to me, letting me know, like, hey, you know, like, I purposely put myself in here. I can get myself out at any time, but I want to test your resolve. I want you to be the you that believes in you, Jill. / Brandor. You know, do your thing. Believe in yourself. And come get me. You know, you start walking around. You start doing some more. There's even like another Nazi gas experiment going on, you know. You eventually figure that shit out. Then I remember going to like some giant room for like a generator or some shit like that because you got to turn on the power. And then you start finding like these little Jeeper Creepers looking motherfuckers that they had like autism or midgets. Like, oh, what the fuck? Holy shit. And you know, fuck them shit up. But I ended up finding out like, hey, you know, those rapper CDs. I finally found a CD player. But instead of music, it gave me like a fucking ticket. Like, bro, I'm not going to go see this motherfucker's concert. Hell no. This is a stupid joke that I'm using, but I'm still going to use it. But so yeah, you get the tickets. They have like little words on them. Like, I'm still not gonna go see this motherfucker. And eventually, it turns out, yeah, you use those tickets to actually bring out God. Like, oh shit, you know what up, God? I did what you told me, baby. We can work together now. And fucking what else happens? I know it took an elevator. Oh, it turns out, yeah, you run into Whiskey, and it turns like, oh shit, you know, my homie Whiskey, he was working against us. Like, oh shit, my nigga, what the fuck? Yeah, like, come here, Jill. Bring those tits with you. There's something I want to show you. So I'm here getting excited for like the third time. Like, dude, yeah, she's gonna get fucked in the ass. No, it turns out like Wesker's more of a simp because you meet something called like the tent or the tent. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, are you a fucking simp? Like, you're a fucking cuck? I'm like, wow, what a fucking loser, Whiskey. He's like, look at the ultimate creation. And the fucking tent like breaks out and shit. And it kills Whiskey, and you gotta fucking fight 10, because fucking Whiskey's simpy ass was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just die to this fucking thing, whatever. You know, you see, you kick the tent's ass, you know, it fucking falls, like, alright, cool, I kicked that thing's ass, like, wow, Whiskey, your fucking masterpiece is fucking trash. So, I think you're trying to escape, because, like, a bomb gets fucking set off, And fucking God's there like, hey Joe, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Let's fucking go. So you're going up and you fucking find a battery pack. You're gonna escape, but all of you are like everyone's supposed to escape, but God's like, Jill, this is your destiny. I'll handle the monsters. And they're like, you know what, God, you're right. I love you, Chris. So you go by yourself up the elevator. Oh shit. You fucking go up the elevator, you walk out, you put some flares to call in a helicopter. Because, that's another thing. It turns out fucking Richard's radio from fucking Radio Shack. Some fucking ass on the helicopter that left earlier was like, hey, is anybody out there? Everybody got a few. And like, you fucking piece of shit. Yo fucking bitch ass ran away when Joseph Stalin died. Now your stupid ass want to come back? Alright, motherfucker, I see how it is. So, but, man, whatever. So the flare goes off, helicopter starts coming in. Then the fucking tent comes out, like, oh shit, I thought I killed the tent. But now the tent's like fucking back, he's like fucking mad as hell. But, because, tent's basically supposed to be like an ultimate weapon, but, it still wants to fuck Joe Valencia, but it can't. It has no penis. And if it does, it's on its hand, but, you can't fuck a girl with a sharp penis. It doesn't work that way. So eventually kick its ass, and then the helicopter dude's like, hey, here, use this. Like, oh shit, a helicopter. Helicopter. The helicopter dropped the helicopter? Oh, the fuck. Yeah, I'm getting too old for this shit. Nah, but it drops a rocket launcher, and you pick up the rocket launcher, like, oh, hell yeah. And, you just blow up the fucking tent. Tent just fucking blows up into pieces. Like, wow, that was pretty fucking cool. And then you, fucking God, and I think some other random bitch that wasn't supposed to be there was fucking, what the fuck was her name? Fucking Becky Chambers or some shit like that? Yeah, that's probably her fucking name. And who else was there? There was also Barry Baton, so like all four of y'all fly away. And the fucking mansion just blows up, and I think that was the ending I got. I'm pretty sure that was the fucking ending I got. Now, we're probably thinking, hey, you're talking about Resident Evil 1, but you're using another Resident Evil game's gameplay. Yes, I am. The reason being is I'm getting too old to switch around wires, so we're just stuck with this. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Just call me an old stupid fuck in the comments. I appreciate it. Night.